Have you asked yourself why ladies are the first ones to say that life starts at 40? Have you also asked yourself why is it that many marriages break between their 13th anniversary and their 15th anniversary? Have you also asked yourself why is it that at some point in life you find yourself changing? For example, you've been taking too much alcohol, then all of a sudden you don't want to do the alcohol. You've been doing so many outings, then all of a sudden you feel you don't want to do the outings. Have you asked yourself, at the age of 60, your parents become one of the best friends that they have never been, even when you're growing up? Why is it that all of a sudden they have all become good friends? Now, in the quest of understanding one another, and whether it's couples understanding one another, whether it's relationships understanding, whether it is the family understanding, your colleagues, how you relate with them. Today we're going to demystify what happens. One, everybody, be it a man or a woman, or stroke both genders, they have two major hormones, one being testosterone and the other one being estrogen. Now, these two hormones, at each and every stage of life, they have an effect on how you behave. Either you behave towards people, or you behave towards yourself, or you behave towards situations. These two hormones are very keen on your life. Now, allow me to go into it and we will do a very simple graph just to understand how your age affects the progression of your life and how you deal with people. And remember, this is not you, it's actually the performance of how your testosterone stroke, your estrogen is forcing you to be. And this will give us opportunities to understand one another. Let's start from the age of 20. And here we will have both girls and boys. When I say girls, that's the women. When I say boys, those are the guys. Now, in this case, we'll say for boys, at the age of this 20, they have more of testosterone, which is the dominant hormone. Then for the girls, at this same age 20, the estrogen is more dominant. But what does it do? Remember why I'm not going below 20. This is where you're within your parental guidance, where your parents have gone through the whole stage between age 0 to age 18, adolescence, and all that, until your age 20, wakati wewe ni kuku inafaa kutandikwa, itoke nje. What happens? Let's do a simple, just a very simple graph. And here we will have your progression, stroke how you behave, progression. Then here we have the age. And here we are saying this one is below 20. Now, at some point in life, there will be a stagnant point for each and everyone. Same way, we have the roads. You can never be on the road straight path all along your journey. There will be the downs, there will be the normal progression, and there will be the ups. Between the age of 20 to the age of 40, everybody is rising. And this is the age of 40. Everybody is rising. That is, the boys are rising, the girls are rising. Okay. Then we have between the age of 40 and the age of 60. Here we have 60. Again, this one is more of a plateau. You are plateauing because again, for both boys and for both girls, there is a plateau of their life. Same case for career progression, where you will love your job until a certain point, then at some point you will not like whatever you do, and you will know what to do at that point where you need to exit. But anyway, today we're not doing the career progression. Let's see life. Now, what happens at this point between the age of 20 and the age of 40. For a man, remember we said that the testosterone is more dominant. What are some of the characteristics of testosterone when it is more dominant? It pushes somebody to an age, or it pushes somebody to, I would call it an age or a stage that we call acquisition. Now, at this point, when you are at the acquisition stage, and that is when the testosterone is dominant, you want to acquire everything. You want to acquire wealth, where you find many boys will get vehicles between the age of 20 to around 40. You'll want to acquire land, you'll want to acquire a wife, you want to acquire so many children, you will want to acquire everything that is acquirable. If there is such a word, where you just want to acquire. Now, same case for the lady, remember the estrogen is dominant. So at this stage, the girl, since the estrogen is more dominant, they will be at a stage which we call nurturing. Remember, this guy is acquiring her. That is one. She wants to show love to that guy. She wants to show love to their family. She wants to ensure that this family stands up. She wants to ensure that everything else that is within that building, within that home, within that family is well taken care of. If it's a vehicle, she wants to ensure that the vehicle is safe. If it is the guy, she wants to ensure that the guy is safe. She'll keep on calling him. He's out with other boys to just get more acquisitions or talk about land, talk about vehicles, talk about whatever. He is out there. Her, she's now at a point where she wants this guy to be home at latest 8 p.m. This guy, since he's acquiring and needs to meet so many people within his life, he will be coming home at 2 a.m. Now, look, for those who don't take time to get to understand each other at this point, some marriages, very small percentage, break at this point. Why? She wants this guy to come at 8 p.m. This guy comes home at 2 a.m. Now, what should the man do at this point? Remember, she'll be very inquisitive because she wants you to explain, where were you? What were you doing? Were you with other girls? And because at this point she thinks that the guy is doing more acquisition, she also thinks that this guy is acquiring another girl, stroke another woman. So what does she do? She wants an explanation. Now, if the man does not understand at this point that he needs to explain to this girl what he is doing and why he's doing whatever he's doing, there will be a lot of fights. Because he wants to acquire. If he goes home at 8 p.m., he will not acquire. What does he do? He feels that he's being forced to be the woman or to be under the woman. But he doesn't want to acquire that. He wants to acquire knowledge. He wants to go to school. He wants to acquire everything. So at this point, if they don't understand each other, or if the guy at this point who is the dominant person needs to explain whatever is happening or involve the girl in the process of acquisition, so that at all times the girl is aware that this is what is happening. Now, let's get to a more interesting part of it. At the age of 40 to 60, this man who had the testosterone high, at the age of 40, estrogen takes over. Please note, tusimwite ako na umama, but it is the reality. The estrogen hits the road and it becomes the dominant. At the same time, same age 40, this lady gets more of testosterone, or testosterone takes more dominance. Remember, when we talk about dominance, when it is testosterone, it becomes acquisition. So in this case, the girl becomes acquisition, or she is now in a stage where she wants to acquire.